Hello, my name is Carlos Saldivar and we're at the Republican Party of Bexar County. Today we have George Garza that is running for District 119 State Rep. Hello, and tell us a little bit about yourself, George.
So my name is George Garza. I was born in San Antonio and I was raised on the southeast side. I graduated from East Central High School, and immediately after high school I went to the Marine Corps, where I learned my conservative values and was able to interact with people from different communities. And that taught me a lot about the way things should be. After my time in the Marine Corps, I returned back to San Antonio, and I worked the oil and gas industry. And working there, I got to experience more different people and different varieties. You know, you had everybody moving into Texas to get that work because you had people that chase the money. And then from there, I decided to also chase the money. So I moved up. I took a job in North Dakota.
Nice.
on an oil rig, actually.
Nice.
Doing the hard labor. And up there I got to meet different people again. So we were working on an Indian reservation, so we got to work with different people like that. And then went from working in North Dakota to working in Wyoming. And Wyoming and Texas, their values are right there neck and neck. And
Awesome.
and very accepting people up there, and never got treated wrong because of the way I look, and that was awesome. I loved being up there. And then I still came back to San Antonio because that's where I grew up, that's where my heart is.
Yeah.
And then I ended up meeting my wife, and we got a house 8 houses down from my childhood home.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome.
So we're on the same block that I grew up on, which is amazing. And then just seeing all the progress on that side of town really just drew me into paying attention to what else is going on. That, and that I have 4 kids that I'm raising with my wife. So we got 3 girls and 1 boy. And
Congratulations.
Thank you. Our youngest one is 1, and then we just had one turn 3. And then we have a 9 and an 8-year-old, so we're pretty busy.
Yes, I can understand that. So, tell us what qualifies you for this position, do you think?
So what qualifies me? I mean, if we're going by the book, I mean, I'm 21. I'm over 21, and I'm a Texas resident. I've lived here for a year.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about values, I mean, I wholeheartedly believe that we should have our rights as American citizens, and extended by us being Texas residents, those rights shouldn't be infringed on by any state legislation. And seeing the way things are progressing, I feel more involved. Like, I started actually reading laws, the laws on the books, which are really long-winded. If you've never picked up one, you're talking one bill is 360 pages. That's House Bill 3. And I had to actually thumb through that thing, and a lot of verbiage that I don't think normal people understand, or people that don't have that initiative to go read it would understand if you just handed it to them. I graduated with my bachelor's degree in business with a minor in accounting from UIW. And while there, I learned the way statistics actually play into when people tell you, oh, this is how this statistic plays, and you learn that statistics can be skewed and interpreted in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So my qualifications is that I'm adept to learning and taking in people's opinions and then bouncing it off of facts.
That sounds pretty awesome. And so, tell us about three important issues that are your top issues, priorities for District 119.
So District 119, my main priorities are education reform in the ways of holding school districts accountable and administrators accountable, and getting the pressure off of the teachers so that way they're actually able to perform their jobs and start teaching our kids to a quality standard, so that what people pay for is going to be quality instead of just getting kids in seats. The second one, of course, is property tax reform, and I'm working with tax experts right now to kind of alleviate the rising property value coupled with the rising property tax rate. And then the third one, which is my heart passion, is 50-50 parenting and getting the level playing field in the family courts, which has been an issue in the state of Texas since 2015 was the first time a bill hit the floor, and it went again in 2017 and never heard from it again. So I'd like to see that pass because it's really good for the children of Texas to have access to both their parents.
I agree, totally. Yeah. So give us one or two, just to finalize, give us one or two examples of what have you defended conservative values in the past? Anything that you can come up with?
Conservative values that I defended is our Second Amendment right. I believe that everybody should have the right and privilege to own a firearm as well as the education too. And I feel that part of the infringement or the stepping on the Second Amendment has to do with the lack of knowledge that people have of firearms and their treatment of them. Recently, I lived in a house on a lesser side of town, a couple houses down. It was a negligent discharge, and child ended up being killed in the household. But that's because of lack of education on the way firearms should be treated, I believe. And then, so that one, and then fiscal responsibility. I think that we spend too much without holding people accountable. We have a tendency to just throw money at problems and hope that they go away. Mm-hmm. And I think that we should have accountability along with the money that we're giving out as a government, as a state, as taxpayers. I think that should be a concern for everybody.
Right, yes, I totally agree. So this finalizes our interview. I wanted to thank you for being here for the interview. And we're going to have more on George Garza down below. There's going to be a link. And I want to thank you, and please watch our next interview. Thank you.